Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. If Capricorn is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free, doesn't cost anything. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Capricorn, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. We start with a Prince of Wands. This is a card of consistent energy. This is a card of staying on the gas, right? Keep doing what you're doing. I think you're a very consistent person. I think that you give something a long enough period of time before you judge it. You know, like you stick with something long enough to where you can adequately say it works or it doesn't work. Okay? And sometimes this is a very long period of time. Sometimes it doesn't take quite so long. This is a commitment. This is your ability to sustain your enthusiasm, to sustain your effort over time, even when maybe we're not feeling so enthusiastic, right? Even when we're not feeling so happy and good and pleasant, even when we're not having quite a good day, even when we wake up and we don't feel that great, we're still doing it. Okay, let's put this card into some context. Let's see what's going on with you. And this energy here, we've got a Seven of Pentacles. All right. We've got the Fool energy. We've got another Leo card, the Lust or Strength card. The Prince of Wands is also a Leo energy. You might want to check out the Leo reading. Okay. We have a Seven of Swords. And there we have, oh yeah, the universe. This is a card of completion. This is a card of something kind of like reaching the finish line here, right? And so I feel that right now you may be experiencing an uncertainty, that you're doing this work, not seeing the results yet, but you're not giving up. Why? Because you know that the results are going to happen. You know that that you're going to make it. This is infinity, right? But it's a card that says, look, the results may have been slow in getting here. There may have been delays. There may have been a lot of setbacks, but you stuck with it. You kept your foot on the gas, and guess what? It's working. It's going to succeed, right? This is what you're facing in your future, is this completion. Okay? The resolution of all of this effort. Right now, you can't really see it. Right now, it's Seven of Pentacles. It seems like it hasn't quite happened yet, but you're still there doing it because you have a certainty that it's going to work. It's like a mad scientist, you know. It's a hermit. There we go. Hermit energy. Three of Swords. Seven of Cups. And a Prince of Cups. Yeah, you believe in this thing. This is something that it's, I think with the Prince of Cups at the end here, this kind of like you're going to have the last laugh sort of energy. Okay, I like that. I think that's very good. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. The factor infinite and unknown. It's going to go right here with our little sea turtle friend. And we're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will give us the confirmation that we need. If at any point during this program you feel like you might know what that card is, put your prediction down in the comments. It's good to exercise our intuition, right? Now, let's look around the room here. We see some good stuff. We see the Lust card, the Fool card, the Hermit card, giving us the results of this World card, the whole universe, right? The whole world opens up to you because you're not quitting. You're not giving up. Spirit's message to you right now, urgent message, don't quit. Do not give up. Don't take your foot off the gas for this. Okay? So even though it doesn't look like much, even though there's maybe obstacle, even though every day you sort of show up and you meet with this small f failure. Every day we try the experiment. It doesn't work. You know what? You're getting up tomorrow. Even if you're kind of getting bummed out, you're getting up, you're doing it again. Maybe you try again, still doesn't work. Well, okay, shoot. Tomorrow, try it again. And this tenacity, this perseverance will be infinitely rewarded. Okay? This is a physical, financial thing. If this is a business thing, if this is some kind of a project, you're trying to build something or fix something, your commitment to this, your tenacity and your perseverance is going to pay off exponentially. All right. And I think you will have the last laugh, because I feel that there are people that are kind of telling you, trying to convince you to quit, telling you, just stop it already. You're wasting your time. You know, you're dealing with some of these critics. But I think that you may find that you are your own harshest critic. Okay? The 7 of Swords up here at the top, we should probably talk about this one first, because this is the only thing looming in your life right now that may sort of be influencing you to maybe give up, right? But we don't want to give up. Sometimes this card is about us doubting ourselves. That all of this, the kind of negative, this is really negative, swampy energy coming from, I think, other people in your life, other areas, and from maybe from so-called friends or family or whatever, coworkers, other people in your industry or your field, outside critics. But this is when we start to sort of believe that a little bit. And we start to think, man, maybe everybody's right. Maybe I am no good at this. Maybe my music really is crappy, right? Excuse my language. You know, maybe the tarot readings really are that bad, right? Maybe I should just give up. Maybe my channel is going to go nowhere. But this is all influence from outside, right? This is because of something that we're witnessing in the environment that's sort of prompting us. It's eliciting this negative reaction in us. And then we start to say, yeah, well, what if maybe it's not, you know, I don't know. What we can use this energy for instead is not self-criticism, but critique, right? I know there's probably not a difference in those words, but for me, the critique is like, we've got to critique our own work. We've got to look at what we're doing and analyze it. We've got to be there reviewing the tapes every day, trying to pick apart what we're doing. How can I improve? How can I get better? Somebody else is telling you, your thing is no good. Okay, well, why? What about it's no good? And we need to look at it. Not as a way of rejecting ourselves, not a way of making ourselves feel worse, right? But a way of improving. I want to critique my work. I want to take every tarot reading I've ever done, and I want to watch it. I want to review the video. And I want to look at everything that I've said, everything that I've done, every move that I've made, right? Every interpretation. And I want to sort of think about it and assimilate it and consume it and understand it so that I can get better, right? And that's how we can use the 7 of Swords. We have to critique our own work. It's not just about, I'm going to do something, I'm going to let the industry or the fans or the audience or the, I don't know, whoever does the Billboard charts or whatever, right? Rate the song, right? No, you want to look back at it and you want to understand what you did and really look at, and maybe it's not so much in the art idea of things, but if this is a sport or a skill or a talent or anything technical, anything business, anything, really anything at all, I guess, even art, that we can look at our technique, look at our performance, look at our, whatever, look at our efforts. And we have to be willing to I guess, be honest about it. And it's not that we're criticizing ourselves and saying, I suck, I'm terrible. No, we're looking at it and thinking, okay, that sucked, I could do better. How can I do better? Well, maybe I can change this, I can change that, I can tweak this, tweak that, whatever, right? But when we do that, I think there's somebody in your life that when you start looking at your own work in this way, by critiquing your own performance, I think there's somebody in your life that misinterprets that. And they think that you are like, you're getting depressed or something, or that you're getting obsessive, or that it's sort of an unhealthy thing. It's not unhealthy at all. I think it can be, but you're very aware of that, right? You're very aware of how it could be unhealthy to do that. But we have to do something with this Seven of Swords energy. We might as well use it productively so that we can improve. We can get past whatever blockages we're experiencing. Okay? Anyway, so you got your major arcana. You got a little bit of fire right here. And the fire, don't let this fire die out. Spirit is telling you to keep going. Okay? That whatever you're doing is about to be accepted is kind of the word I'm hearing. Accepted, or acknowledged, I guess, in some way. Or like, I don't know if maybe you're a writer or you're an artist, you're trying to publish or something like this. But I feel like it's going to be welcomed. It's going to be accepted into the catalog, or you're going to get the record deal, or it's going to be published, or that sort of thing, right? So we got a little bit of fire. Don't let the fire go out. We have our water energy over here. We've got our air energy over here. And we've got our earth energies, fire and earth right here. This is showing me that there's an intense effort right here. Fire, you're trying to manifest something. You're trying to accomplish something, right? You've got an endeavor. There is something that you are working on. Okay? And you're not wavering in your energy, your commitment, in the speed, right? You're as tenacious as ever. We have a prince here, right? A prince of cups, and this is telling me that you are fully aware that all the struggles, all the little f failures are well worth it. That this is going to be such an amazing result. That this success is going to mean so much to you that it's worth all the time and effort and energy that you put into this. Hands down, no question about it, right? And that's the Prince of Cups here, and I do think this is the last laugh energy as well. So now the Fool energy underneath everything. I think we go through periods of time where we sort of wonder, was this dumb or was this genius? You know, and I think there's a very fine line between madness and genius. And I think that you are aware of the implications of what you're doing. This is something that is either going to ruin your life or it's going to level up your life astronomically. It's going to shoot you into the stratosphere, right? And it's kind of that, you know, with the fool. It's whether the fool is the idiot or the sage, right? And we don't know, right? We're going with it. I think you are someone who can get consumed by something. You know, when you're really interested in it, I think that like, oh, there goes Capricorn. They're gone. We won't see them again for months. You know, because you get so into it, you dive in, and when you dive in, I feel like you're like a method actor. You know, you become that. You're dreaming about it. You're eating it. You're sleeping it. You're breathing it. You become, and that's what the Fool does. The Fool is a big nothing. It's big zero. It's just consciousness. This is going to be affected by whatever it goes near, right? It's like a prism. It's gonna sort of filter through the light, whatever the light source is. That's what's gonna come out the other side, right? That's what it's going to be influenced by. So I think that this is your awareness that if you're really going to succeed at something, you've got to be all in. If you really care about it, if you really want to succeed, you have to go all in. Otherwise, there's no point. It's all or might as well not even start with you. Yeah. And I think this is one of the qualities in you that is really going to kind of guarantee the success. We have the Alpha and the Omega. Right? We got the Fool and the World, and that's what it's all about. That's like coming to the end of a journey. Right? That is, I think, as well, finding as you move forward that a lot of the resources are going to be there. A lot of the people that once rejected you are going to support you. A lot of the energy, because with the universe here, I feel that this is sometimes a feeling of a cold and hostile universe. But then it could very quickly switch to a very loving and warm and supportive universe. So I feel that when you're down and when you're struggling, nobody's there. But when you're at the top, when you've succeeded, everybody comes around. Okay, so those people that once treated you poorly are going to be kind of, they're going to be kissing up to you. Yeah. So be careful with that. This is sometimes a difficulty dealing with success. I mean, it's a good problem to have, right? But you got to be aware of it. And you got to know that not everybody that comes around when you're succeeding, not everybody that comes around has your best interest. You're going to get a lot of emails from a lot of people with a lot of business ideas, a lot of proposals for you. They don't have your best interest in mind. Okay. But, you know, it comes with the territory, right? That's some of the swampy energy that comes with success, I guess. And we got that 7 of Cups. A very strong Leo energy again, you know, in your reading. I think that you would really benefit from watching the Leo reading. The Lust card or the Strength card in your background. I think very recently you started pursuing this not because you wanted to get rich, not because you wanted to be famous, not because you thought it would be successful and you'd be recognized and whatever. No, you did it because you felt a passion. You felt a burning hunger to do it for its own sake. I think the fact that you're going to get the world through this thing is kind of an unexpected and unintended consequence. It's kind of a bonus, right? When you started, it was a passion project, right? Something that you just enjoyed doing. Yeah. I feel like there is some kind of law enforcement energy in your family, maybe military, but kind of like a first responder kind of. I feel like you come from a group of people that really just like jump into the fire. That there's no fear, just kind of right there wherever they're needed with like, with just this, yeah, I just feel that kind of no fear energy around you. Yeah. And maybe that's very encouraging for you. Maybe you grew up in a household where you were very much encouraged to follow those passions, to go after what you're hungry for, even if maybe it would never work, right? So you went this way in life, following this passion and still persisting in it even when not really getting paid for it, let's say. Right? And maybe you're doing this because you know that this is authentically you. And that's what we have here, authenticity with the Prince of Cups. That this is your passion, this is your purpose. The idea that we're going to break through this and get out to this outer space. I mean, you're blasting off to outer space here. You know, like this was not something you expected to happen. This is totally unexpected success. And it's a real bonus. And I think that it's going to be a wild ride for you. I really do. I'm really feeling that. Now let's talk about the path of the serpent, because this is where we get into some still challenging energy. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, though, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost anything. Leave a comment, too. Let me know where in the world you're currently watching from. Your general energy is the Hermit. And again, this sort of echoes this idea that when you really get involved with something, you sort of go all in. It sort of consumes you, and it's kind of like you stop talking to your friends, your family. It's like this is your thing, right? And the Hermit can be a bit of an isolating energy. And it may be even to the point where it worries some people that are close to you. And especially with that 7 of Swords, if people are sort of experiencing you in this sort of Hermit and this sort of 7 of Swords, and even in this Fool kind of way, people might think that you're kind of spiraling out of control, you know? But I don't believe that's the case at all, right? I think that people are concerned for you because typically when we become our own critic and we start critiquing our own work, our own performance, our own behaviors, our own lives, our own art, or our craft, the people around us may think that we are doing it in a way that is like unhealthy and detrimental, and we're like punishing ourselves, right? That we're just going to become depressed people from that. But I think it's important for you to communicate effectively with the people around you. Don't be full hermit. Don't be completely isolated from your people. We need a little bit in the environment here, a little bit of your relationships. We don't want to give off this vibe that we are just kind of isolated and alone and depressed and obsessive and all that. Critiquing your work is a way for you to understand how to improve. And I think if you talk to any successful artist or sports figure or business person, that's an essential part of the work that you do, of your craft, of your performance or whatever it is. Kind of looking back at what we did and thinking, okay, well, what can I do a little bit differently next time? How can I improve on that? We're looking for maybe little mistakes that we've made or little weak spots that we can improve on. Okay. What we definitely don't want to do is get into that sort of depressive kind of state, right? That energy. So you got a 3 of Swords in the position of your relationships. I think it's important right now that you reach out to your people, that you stay close to the people that care about you. Because the Hermit and the Fool kind of needs human interaction. We need the support of other people. Okay? And I think it's very important for you to keep your people close. Because once you get into the stratosphere here, you're not going to know who to trust. And that 3 of Swords is going to become quite serious in terms of your relationship with the environment around you. You're not going to know who to trust. You're going to see everybody as being, as being kind of a threat to you. And so we have to be on the lookout for that. We don't want that to consume all of our relationships. Okay, I mean, it's very easy for someone who is becoming successful to start doubting even those people that have always been there, even your friends and family who were there before you were successful, right? It's easy to start doubting them as well. So we have to make sure that we maintain positive relationships, okay, with those people that are closest to us. What we do not want is the corruption of our success, the 7 of Cups. We don't want the success to lead us into a kind of poor choices or unhealthy lifestyle, right? There's a lot of responsibility that's going to come with your success as you move closer to your position of prominence in the world. And you might not be someone, and I think with the Hermit, that's the case. You're not someone that even wants success. You don't want recognition necessarily. You don't want to be in the spotlight, right? You don't want to be the center of attention. So you're going to have to figure out how to deal with that, because I think it's going to come with the territory. You're going to get some sort of recognition for what you're doing. Maybe not on a, intergalactic scale, but maybe on a local level, maybe nationally or regionally or something. But you're going to have to understand how to navigate that, how to deal with that, how to interact with that sort of thing. Okay? It's a little bit of fame, I think. Yeah. We don't want it to corrupt us. We don't want to lose our sense of self. Again, it's a good problem to have. It means that you're successful enough at something that people are noticing. Okay? We don't want to let it corrupt us or spoil us or to... we don't want to compromise who we truly are. And that leads us to our final card, the Prince of Cups. Prince of Cups is someone who's trying to stay true to themselves, trying to stay authentic. Okay. Now, I also want to point out that these cards together are kind of saying that there are people in your life that doubt you. There are people that never thought you could make it, never thought you would make it. This is you getting the last laugh. When you do succeed, those same people are going to come around and they're going to try to be your best friend. Just letting you know. But this is that authenticity, that's saying, I know who I am. I'm not going to let success ruin the quality of your work, of your craft, of what you're doing, right? Your art, your music, whatever it is. Okay. It's very, very important that you maintain this. Apparently the iPad agrees with us again. It's so, I don't know why that happens like that. I guess some things that I say start the thing on the iPad that responds to you, you know, which I thought I turned it off, but hey, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm running my timer on there. Okay. Anyway, the authenticity is very important to you. And I think that this is pure water. This is knowing who you are. Is not getting weighed down by the swampy energy of what is kind of the parasites, right? That energy around you when you reach a level of success in your life, which I think is going to happen very soon for you. A lot of this energy is going to come around. You got to keep yourself clean of this. Okay? Let's look at the mystery card. What could it be? Devil energy. Maybe Empress. Maybe Wheel of Fortune. Let's see what we have. The Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is, I think, the goal accomplished. You have discovered the Holy Grail. You have found it. You have found your purpose in life. And with that comes a lot of responsibility. A little bit of that fame or recognition that you don't want. A little bit of that kind of parasite energy that you really don't want. A lot of temptation or distraction that you really don't want. But you're doing what you're meant to do in life. You have been following your path, pursuing your path. You've been on this quest for the Holy Grail, and I think that you're just about to arrive. Yeah. But you've got to be strong enough and mature enough to resist all of the kind of negative stuff that comes along with that. You know, the distractions and temptations and that sort of thing. So I think this is really intense. We're going to do an extended reading as well if you want to stick around. There's a link up top. There's a link down below. New readings for Capricorn, usually on Thursdays and Sundays, right? This was a special update. This was a bonus reading because I feel like you're starting to doubt whether or not you should continue. And I think Spirit really wants to prepare you for this, feels like astronomical success. And all those things that are going to come with it that you need to be prepared for. Okay? Must be happening pretty soon. Anyway, be sure to watch both of your other readings. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Leave a comment. Let me know how you're doing. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.